stock that I played today and I called out from beginning to end in the chat, and we're gonna discuss why did I take the trade and why did I call it out to you guys. So we're gonna use the minute chart and we're gonna use everything that we spoke about. So what did I do to take this trade? So what I did, I marked key levels, like I said. So key level would be, this is yesterday. This is after hours from yesterday. This is pre-market from today, and this is today. So this is chronological order, right? So I would look at the previous high of yesterday and we'll mark it off. I marked it off here, but that's the previous high of yesterday, right? And I'm gonna mark off the pre-market high. Anytime it breaks the pre-market high, that's a buy signal. And we're gonna get into that. But so I saw, what is Tilray? Dude, at 9:24 a.m., I saw Tilray went up crazy. I didn't know what they even did, bro. I even asked in the chat, well, what the hell do they even do? And I'm like, I went on finviz.com. I love finviz.com for this. So you put in any ticker and it'll show you the chart. It'll show you the fundamentals, if anybody's short, and it'll show you insider trading, and it'll show you news articles. So sometimes when a stock goes up crazy or goes down crazy, you want to see why, you just scroll down here and it'll let you know why. So at 9:24, I asked what they did. So what I did, I click on Tilray and it'll take you to the website and it'll give you a brief summary. So a proud pioneer, with the first GMP certified medical cannabis producer to supply cannabis flower and extract products to tens of thousands of patients, physicians, etc. So they make cannabis medicine. Okay, boom. Now I know what they do. And now I know that medical marijuana is hot right now. Marijuana is super hot right now. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay. So I kept that in mind. Marijuana stock, they went up because of that, whatever. So around, I forgot when it was, but the market tanked. Market tanked today. And I said to myself, so SPY, the ticker SPY is the market, is the S&P 500. So whenever you're in a trade, you want to take note of what SPY is doing, because it could completely ruin your trade if you're not aware of what's going on. So you want to follow SPY and QQQ. So SPY is the S&P 500 and QQQ is the top 100 of the NASDAQ. Okay, so these generally are like barometers of what the market is doing. So I forgot what was the news. I still don't even know what the news was that tanked the market. Does anybody know here? No? Okay, so the market tanked. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Market tank. They always do that. They always say some bullshit with market tanks and then it bounces up. So what did I do with Tilray? I was waiting for a bounce. And being that I marked off the 45 level here, 45.35, I marked that off because it was the previous high. I was waiting for it to hit 45.35 so I can enter. Because it's marijuana. Marijuana is super hot. Why would they tank if the overall trend for marijuana is up? That's the overall trend, is up. There's going to be legalization of marijuana. Andrew Cuomo is all for it for New York governor, right? He's all for legalizing sports gambling and medical and recreational marijuana. So me knowing all of this, I'm like, okay, I marked out 45 and I'm just going to wait for the bounce. And what did I do? I switched time frames to the 10-minute, right? And once I saw that it came up with this big green candle over here, this is called a bullish engulfing candle, where it engulfs the previous bearish candle. That's a super buy signal. Okay, so it bounced off not exactly at this level, but being that we got this big bullish engulfing candle, I said, okay, I'm gonna enter. And what did I do? I entered around here. You wanna wait till there, but I entered. That's why I entered, because marijuana is hot. And I entered there, and then from there I switched to the minute chart, and I followed my rule. I followed the slope of the 20 in relationship with 200. I saw massive volume coming in, and we didn't speak about this dotted line. This dotted line is important. It's called the VWAP. So you see it right here, VWAP, and what that is the volume weighted average price. So all that basically means is that on average, people got this stock for this price, wherever the dotted line is. And the reason why that's important is because major institutions, they like to buy and they like to short at this level in order to hide their transaction. Because if that's the average price people have it at, then it's easier to make an order and hide your move. They always want to hide their moves, so they could F over the average retail investor. They call us dumb money, and they're smart money. So what they want to do is they want to funnel all the dumb money into their hands, into the smart money. So they utilize the VWAP a lot. So being that the market tanked, I was waiting for the bounce. I got in here, and then I was just riding it. I would see how it would react, and I would always mark off key levels. So marked off this bounce over here, and if you go back to the chat, you'll see it in real time. I do it in real time, and I explain why I did this, why I did that, and yeah, just follow the 20 and 200. Notice that is hot, and then I marked off any patterns I saw, and I will do trend lines. We're gonna speak about trend lines right now. Trend lines are super important. Super important. So we're gonna go back to Apple. For the Tilray play, you could follow it play by play in the chat. I start talking about it at 1:30 p.m.
You're long on them, right?
Yeah, I'm currently still have a position on them long. I have a call option expiring in June. I'm gonna probably sell tomorrow since they're overextended. And by overextended, what do I mean? So if we look at the daily chart and we look at the simple moving averages, what did I say about the 20? It'll always bounce. It'll always come back to the 20 like a rubber band, and it's super extended right now. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
hell yeah,
I'm gonna most likely sell tomorrow and take my profit, and I'll possibly re-enter them. But again, what you can see on one time frame, you'll see on every time frame. So it's a daily chart. It's super overextended. So what's up? Any question?
So you said you're gonna go back into these folks. So you would buy a contract for a long-term buy?
You know what? I don't know yet because I don't know anything about the company. I don't know anything about the company. This play was a pure chart play. A pure play of knowing and understanding levels. So I'll do some DD on them and see if they're good. But yeah, let's go back to Apple, right?